Dusty, a broke player, typically a male who has nothing to offer but sex, usually a user. This type may appear to be what society deems successful, but targets the vulnerable and likes to exploit feminism and pygmies willing to go Dutch 50-50, etc. They often look good on paper, but if you pay close attention, their game unravels quickly. If you're willing to accept they're nothing but trouble, avoid at all cost. Hello, I am Cynthia Nicole, and today I need to tell you about a Dusty story. I think some of these Dusties out here are really hurting a lot of people's bags, money bags. Mm-hmm. I've seen it, and somebody tried to do it to me. So let let me tell you. Well, before I tell you, please subscribe, like, and share this channel. Um, this is a serious talk, and I haven't really seen too many people discuss it. And this is something I've always wanted to discuss. So, in my early 20s, I had a gentleman who I was talking to, dating, whatever you want to call it. He was 9 years older than me. So, like I said, early 20s, right? That's what I was. So, he was like 29. So, I noticed that there are men who are older who like younger women. That's not a problem. And I feel it's because, not just because they're younger, but because they're a little bit more naive, which is what I was. Anywho, so yeah, I noticed he had a habit of dating younger women, but who cares? And this man, out of nowhere, at least to me, it was out of nowhere, pretty much was like, yeah, I know you said something about money, or you want extra money. I got a way for you to get extra money. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he was like, so I know this guy who can give you a $2,500 check. All you have to do is open an account at a bank, give him 500, give me a stack, and you get the stack, and then we all get money. And so me, I'm thinking like, I don't know. I don't know about this one. And I was like, why? What do I have to do? And why? Why is he just gonna give me money? And he was like, oh, so look, he gives you money because he's gonna get 500 of it back, so we all win, right? So he gets the 500, I get a stack, you get a stack, and it's simple, it's easy. And I'm like, well, why do you get a stack when I just keep two stacks? Look at me. Why would you get money? And he's like, well, it's because I'm helping out and I'm going to help you with this, so I get money too. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do I have to do again? He's like, you're going to have to go to a bank. You're going to have to open an account. Then you're going to deposit the money in the account. Then you're going to take the money out once it's available, then close the bank account.
What?
What? I was like, wait. Why do I need to close the bank account? He's like, because you just have to close the bank account. He's like, if you're not about this money, if you're not about trying to get a bag, then we don't have to do it. I just thought you were about this money. And I'm like, thank God the relationship did not last. I don't think I would have did it, but man, like, when you have somebody like that you're talking to, you're dating, and you're young, and you're really kind of like, this doesn't feel right, but maybe. Look, I'm glad it didn't happen. But flash forward years down the road, guess what? I started working at a bank. I started working at a bank, and I was working at a bank for over 5 years. And let me tell you right now, my Dusty story is very common. I wish it wasn't, but it is. And I'm letting you know right now, me working at the bank, I saw so many fraudulent checks come through. It's ridiculous. And the people I saw depositing the fraudulent checks were young people, and they were couples. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that someone was manipulating them or the guy was just trying to get his girl to deposit that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I see, and I understand that a lot of young people don't know what they're getting themselves into when they do things like this. I've seen older people get into situations like this too. And it doesn't have to be a Dusty or someone who you're speaking with. It could be a job, someone who is trying to hire you, and you go on Indeed and they send you a check saying, hey, I need you to buy these supplies with this money and keep the rest, and it's fraudulent. So there's a lot of stories that can go along with fraudulent checks. Today we're just going to talk about the Dusties, right? And I'm letting you know right now of the dangers of having Dusties around you, okay? And this situation, like I said, here we go. I'm looking down at the paper, okay? You won't get all the money. As I stated earlier, the guy wanted 500. The guy who I was talking to wanted a stack, and then I get the stack. This is how this stuff works. So you're not gonna get even half the check, at least in my situation. And when you deposit the check at the bank, if you're able to get that $200, $500 that they allow you to get when you first deposit, if they catch it, that's all you're gonna get. So you just went through all this for $200, $500. What? And you might not even get to keep it? Oh, hell no! It's stupid. So I've seen young people deposit fraudulent checks, and you better hope, let me tell you something, you better hope that the teller knows what he or she is doing. You better hope that they've seen multiple fraudulent checks so that they can identify your check is fraudulent. Because once that check goes through, if there was no hold put on it at all, and if the back end didn't catch it before you pull the money out, it's a wrap. And it could take years for you to even get things back in order, okay? So you won't get all the money. Like I said, you might not get any money at all, depending on if they catch it, and there's going to be a hold put on that check. And within 2 days, I want to say every financial institution is different. If that hold isn't off, they're going to know it's fraudulent. Okay? Number 2, you are going to have to pay back. If you were able to take out that $2,500, that $3,000, all of it, you're gonna have to pay it back. It's not like it goes away. It's not like it goes away. I wish it did go away, but it's a bill now. It's a bill. Move on to 3. It's gonna go on your credit. And when you're younger and you really don't understand credit, or you really don't care about credit, you're probably like, oh, who cares, it's on my credit. But I'm letting you know, when it goes on your credit, you can't get a house, right? You can't buy property. A car. That's really important. Some of us, heck, where I live, I don't live in the city. I live in the suburbs, so I have to have a car, right? And not only that, let's say that was your first bank account that you opened and you didn't have another account open somewhere else. Guess what? That follows you. So you won't be able to open a bank account anywhere. Also, I want to add ChexSystems. ChexSystems is a nationwide specialty consumer reporting agency under the Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act. With this system, anyone who has ever had a bank account is on this system. So, yes, we are all being tracked. So, that is how banks are able to recognize if someone has had fraudulent activity. You're going to have to go to currency exchanges to cash your checks once you get at jobs, because you're not going to be able to get a direct deposit because nobody trusts you, because you have that fraudulent activity on your credit. And guess what? The person, Dusty, who persuaded you to do that, he's going to be out of your life. So he's not going to pay it. He's going to be like, that's your problem. You didn't have to do what I told you to do at the end of the day. And is he lying? No, he's not. And my last point, coming to number 5, you will end up looking like the fool, because depending on the situation, you may not be able to get a bank account. Your credit is messed up. And the guy who you were supposedly talking to or dating, he's not gonna be there. So that was a waste, and now you look foolish. Please stay away from Dusties like this, guys. It's embarrassing. And I get, when we're young, we don't know any better. I get that. But really, please stay away from people like this. They are only here to harm you. They don't care about you, because if they did, they wouldn't even put you in situations like this. Please leave those people alone. Stay away from men like that. Men, stay away from women like this, because they exist too. So once again, thank you. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Once again, I'll see you later. Bye.